Well, what's the crack? We are so back. Bad Movie Buff, Season 7. As always, I'm your host, Niall Brady. So just to quickly get into it, I'm sure some of you have noticed that I've taken quite an extended break doing the podcast. But a lot of you may know it's because my dad passed away mid-January there. So yeah, for obvious reasons, I just haven't really been doing this. It's been a bit of a struggle, to be honest, but we're getting through it. And just wanted to kind of say thanks to everyone that's been messaging me and supportive, and everyone's so unbelievably sound. Like, the outpouring of support has been insane. So yeah, thank you so much for that. But yeah, here we go. We're chatting about Superbad this episode, me and Soupy Campbell. Soupy, I met first of all through doing this podcast, and now it's his long awaited return, and as always with fucking great crack. So I really hope you enjoyed the episode. I've been told that I don't ask people to like and subscribe enough, so whether you're listening to this on Spotify or YouTube or Podcast Addict or whatever, yeah, just drop me a wee like and a subscribe if you're enjoying it, or like if you think it's shit, don't tell me, because I have a very delicate self-esteem. So yeah, thank you. Really hope you enjoy the episode. Good luck. Right, that is us. What's the crack, Soupy?
Not a whole pile. Thanks for having me again.
Thanks for coming back.
Return to the soup.
The return of the soup, man. But it's been quite a while actually since you're on.
From our last confession.
We're actually like mates now, kind of, like, aren't we?
Yeah, we be painting.
We be painting. We be paddling. Like,
we be paddling. We be paddling tonight. Obviously, this episode will be out after the paddle.
After the paddle, yeah.
So we won. It was a great win.
Yeah, class.
We're playing Daniel Houston and Matthew Dinsmore.
Yeah, they're going down.
They are going down. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I need to start off this episode with an apology, because we were meant to record that. We're recording this on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
and we were meant to record it on Monday. It was Monday, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that's
Monday.
okay.
And so we'd organised it a couple of weeks ago. I put it down in my calendar. Nile Pod, right? Just that's what it was. Nile Pod. I put it down 5:30, but we had agreed 8:30, right? And I said to Nile, I goes, here, after the podcast, I was going to go for pints. Sorry, you messaged me and goes, "What? Does 9 o'clock suit tonight?" And I was like, "Oh no, I was actually just thinking, we'll do the podcast at 5:30 and then go for pints after if you want to come." And you were like, "Lad, no, it was 8:30." I was like, "Oh fuck!" And then we kind of deliberated a wee bit, and then you were just like, "Listen, we'll just do it Wednesday. It's fine, because we're going to paddle anyway, so it made sense." But
yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I felt bad about how bad you felt, because you seemed very annoyed at yourself, and I was like, "Fuck, it's grand." Like,
yeah, but also it's just like, that's just the way I do things around here. You know what I mean? A load of self-flagellation.
Yeah,
right up my alley. No,
what do you call that albino boy from Da Vinci Code? That's the only time I've ever heard that term. But
self-flagellation. Yeah.
Bringing it back to films all the time.
Yeah, class. Sorry. But yeah, no, it was. I just don't like. It's just we had a time set. I didn't stick to it, and it's just like, you could have been waiting about all day. Because I know sometimes if I'm waiting about all day to do something, or I know I'm doing something later that day, I'll schedule my day around it. And then if something changes, I'm like, I'll go fuck myself then.
I was grand. I kind of overbooked myself anyway, because I was playing paddle on Monday, 6 to 8, and that's why it was meant to be 8:30, and then I was like, I'm not have time to eat my dinner.
No,
by the time I get showered. And all. So then
sorted.
I wrote to you being like, can it be 9? And then I was actually almost relieved, because then I was like, I'd be coming home sweaty as fuck, jumping in the shower, rushing it and all.
Yeah.
I would have been all up to high dough, like,
up to high dough. But here we are now. It's all good.
Here we are now. Yeah. Any crack? No.
Not a whole pile. No. I was just saying, I'm doing a whole lot of nothing these days.
You've been through a lot since you were last on the podcast.
I have been through a lot of pints and through a lot of Marlboro Reds.
Yeah, I'll not let you, or I'll not make you recount the snake story again. Like, I'm sure you're sick of telling it.
Yeah, but you know what though? I'm only sick of telling it because I think everyone else is sick of hearing it. I love telling it. Or like, I love. Sometimes I'll drive down the road. So if any listeners don't know, which you definitely should at this stage, because every time I bump into someone in the street, like, it's getting served in fucking the shop there the other day, and I was like, "Do you want a bag?" And I was like, "Oh, the bags in America, they were."
They ask you paper or plastic now.
Yeah. 25p for a bag. They're 50 cents in America. They use cents for the,
I don't know why, but it's so funny to me. But I can just picture you walking out like 5-8, but like with a paper bag with like a baguette sticking out of the top of it.
Yeah,
like,
they're always
funny enough when I was in America.
Yeah. Oh man. And then, but yeah. So I was in America 3 months, travelled New York through to LA.
Yeah.
Very, very quick synopsis. New York, DC, New Orleans, Austin, which I stayed for 5 weeks, El Paso.
Yeah.
Then I bought a car in El Paso, drove to Albuquerque, across New Mexico, across Arizona, Grand Canyon, Vegas, Zion National Park, in other orders, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zion National Park, Vegas, LA.
Yeah.
That's what I done. I camped out in the car. When I done Tea with Me there a few weeks ago, when I said, "Oh, I camped out in the car,"
Yeah.
everyone laughed, right?
Yeah.
Because they're like, "That's not camping." I was like,
It is kind of though.
"Camping?
Like,
What? Right?" So, and you know what? I get home later that day, and I was like, obviously it's all in good jest and it's funny, but I was like, no, that was camping. I was camping. I was outside. I wasn't in a house.
if you get a camper van, that's like saying that's not camping.
It's
like,
exactly, yeah. In fairness though, I don't think they were saying, oh, like, I don't think they were romanticising the idea of camping as in it has to be a tent. I think they were just more thinking you weren't camping, you were sleeping in the wagon of milk. You know what I mean? Which is what I was doing. But yeah, the first night I was camping out, I was sitting having a few Bud Lights, a few Marlboro Reds, just because fucking hell yeah. And then just in the middle of the desert, there was a storm in the distance, and it looked unreal and whatever. And I was sort of getting ready to pack up, and I heard this like sort of rattling noises and stuff. But I thought it was like crickets, but it was like right in front of the car. Unlocked the car, rattlesnake, jumped towards the car. I was freaking out.
Fested it.
Took a video and was like, yeah, just in the video I'm just like, fuck, but I'd love to touch it. And I was like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
And then the next video after that, it's just me going over and just boop, booping it. Like.
Do you still have that video?
Yeah.
I need to see it again because I remember seeing it in your story at the time. And like, because of the time difference, I think I was just waking up in the morning maybe when I seen it, and I was like, "What the fuck is he doing?" Like,
yeah, it was mad because the thing is, I was thinking of this recently as well. Like, I didn't post enough when I was over there. I was living in the moment when I was there, right? But at the time, I was like, "There's so many people back home that like, even just like close friends, family, and whatever, that just want to know what I'm doing."
Yeah.
Because like I was talking to people like, "Where are you now?" Or like, "I was just in Arizona." Like, I thought you were in New York last time I was talking to you. I was like, fuck tripping about, you know, like. But I was more just like,
Highway
I did
man.
take what
Highway man.
no, yeah, literally the highway man. But yeah, it was unreal. So I've been doing that, and then now that I'm back, I yearn for the touch of a rattlesnake. Like.
Yeah, I could get that. Like, it's one of those things. Like, once you have a taste of it, like, you know,
100%. Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of snakes about in your eye if you want to touch
Oh
them.
God, St. Patrick drove the snakes out of Ireland. He obviously forgot to fucking come through in your eye. What?
But if anyone is interested in hearing like the extended version of it, so the first podcast you did when you came back was Kitchen Talk with Dinsey, and that's like a very comprehensive version of your time in the States.
Yeah.
And then Tea with Me is also great. It only came out a few weeks ago. It's a bit more shortened because, you know, obviously there's a few guests on. Like,
yeah, I didn't want to hijack the whole thing with just
listen to them both. They're class. Like, so yeah, films.
Films, yeah.
We're talking about the 2007 masterpiece Superbad today, directed by Greg Mottola. So this is one of my favourite films of all time, I think.
100%.
I rewatched it there a few weeks ago for the first time in ages, and I remember it's probably the first time I watched it since I was maybe about 23 or 24, and I'm like 33 now. And I actually really choked up at the end of it. I was surprised at how like hard it hit the emotions. Like, you know,
you mean at the end? Oh, because of the whole separating the separate colleges,
Yeah.
and then, but they both have the separate girlfriends and stuff, kind of thing.
It was the bit where they're leaving each other in the mall,
Yeah.
and it's like symbolic of the fact that they're like leaving. I'm jumping ahead here, like
No.
the fact
Spoiler
that they're like leaving each other in life as well. It made me really sad. Like.
Yeah, because I remember at the time when I first watched it, I was in school and that hadn't really happened yet. The only experience I maybe had with something like that like a separation academically and geographically would have been going from primary school to secondary school.
Well, how old were you when this came out?
2007. Oh, well. 2007, I was in P6.
Oh, you were primary school then?
Yeah, but I don't think I watched it when it came out.
Yeah. Because I
don't
think I was
so.
like their age maybe,
Yeah.
or just, no, sorry, a bit younger than them when this came out, because I remember like, did I see this in the cinema maybe? I'm not sure.
I'm actually thinking now.
I owned it in DVD.
Yeah, we had it on DVD as well. We got it in a video box one time as well. I'm near sure. No, I think my timings were all off. I don't think I watched it as soon as it came out, like the year it came out.
Yeah.
But I do remember feeling, in some way, shape, or form, that I knew what they were going through, or I had like an idea of like that would be shite, or that is shite, right?
Yeah.
But at the time, it didn't really care. I was just more worried about like, fuck, they got the carry out, happy days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas now I think watching back on it, I don't know. I think it's maybe because I'm gonna hit 30 now soon. Like, I have this underlying sort of nostalgia and melancholy around me, right? When I think about things from back in the day, like, so if I hear an old album or something from, like, you know, whenever I was like in 6th or 7th year or whatever, I'm like, oh, that was class, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, the
Yeah,
boys
yeah.
are talking about school and all sometimes. So I think Superbad, they've done a really good job of encapsulating what it feels like to be that age. Because I've watched this movie multiple times, you know what I mean? And every time it's great, but I see it through, I sound like a wank here, but I see it through a different lens every time I watch it, because I'm obviously getting older, you know what I mean?
I get you.
But I think they've done a really good job. It reminds me of the In-Betweeners. Do you know how well they captured that? Obviously they're two separate things. Obviously school is probably the only thing that's, like, you know, similar there, but how they captured, like, that kind of person in school, because I feel like my friend group was very much like the In-Betweeners, which I'm sure a lot of people, you know, have that you know, feel that the same way. And I feel like my friend group also felt like the friend group in Superbad.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just like,
I get that.
there's just a fella who's just an idiot, but he's just like Wee Fogel, he's nerdy, but he's like some confident in his ability, but like he shouldn't be. You know what I mean? You've got like Seth is Jay from the In-Betweeners. You know what I mean?
Right
Like
enough.
he's just a boisterous content. He's like, you know, just a liar kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And then you have the relatively normal Michael Cera character. Who's Michael? Evan.
Evan, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, so just to give a quick overview of the film, so it's, as I said, directed by Greg Mottola in 2007, starring Michael Cera, Jonah Hill, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, Bill Hader, Seth Rogen, Martha McMalskak, I can't even say that name, and Emma Stone, just to name a few. There's so many wee cameos, and like, if you're ever a fan of like Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen's films in general, it's always the same kind of crowd that's in them.
Yeah.
Like, whether they're main characters or side characters, and I think you find most of them in the scene where, you know, Michael Cera gets trapped in the room with them all doing the gear. So got a load of them, like Martin Starr and all is in there. Like, but a lot of these ones here all got their start kind of in Freaks and Geeks, if you've ever watched it back in the
Never watched
day.
it. No, I've heard of it, but I've never actually watched it.
I never actually watched the full thing, but I remember like really enjoying it at the time. Like James Franco and all was in it as well. But no,
Famously Kieran Franco's brother.
yeah. Which actually there's something similar coming up there.
Okay, right.
But yeah, so it's essentially about Evan and Seth, who's Jonah Hill and Michael Cera's character, who are like best friends. They're like almost like codependent essentially. And I think it's really well demonstrated in the scene where they're on the phone to each other, and Seth is driving the car, Evan's in his kitchen, and then you realise that he's on the way to pick him up, and they're literally talking on the phone to the second that they see each other in real life. So probably a good way of painting that. And then the whole story essentially is them trying to get a carry out. They're responsible for getting the carry out for this massive house party that Jules, Emma Stone's characters, host, and it's just kind of the fucking hijinks they get up to in the pursuit of getting this carry out. So it's like everything takes place over the course of a day as well,
which I think is really interesting because they've jammed so much in there. And it's not as if you watch it and go, oh, there's no way that all happened in a day. You know what I mean?
No, it's realistic in that sense. Like, but I love the opening to this film. So like the opening Paramount logo, even that actually is the 1970s Paramount logo that they went back and used for the opening of this film.
Right, okay, class.
But the opening itself just seems so 70s in general. It's like the silhouettes of them all dancing with that. I should have got the name of the tune, but that like funk song playing over it. Like,
I can hear it in my head right now.
Yeah,
the soundtrack to this movie is
unreal,
unmatched. Like sometimes I will go and there's a Spotify playlist of just Superbad soundtrack. I just put it on sometimes. Like, oh my god, the soundtrack is unreal. I don't know. It's I suppose 70s. It is kind of, there's a 70s vibe to the clothes they're wearing. I suppose maybe
I always thought that as well. Like, even like, so it's on the TV there. Like, I was watching it before Soupy came over there. So even like looking at their like Fogel, his collar is like so fucking Saturday Night Fever. Like,
100%. And then the clothes that Seth gets off of Evan's Da. They're kind of 70s,
like the cowboy
70s.
shirt, like
it's kind of. So I suppose stylistically, the movie feels 70s, and it's obviously the soundtrack and some of the. I suppose though it's kind of like that, like, what's what I'm looking for? That whole Americanized Summer of '69 kind of like high school the best times of your life kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's always been portrayed as like a 70s kind of vibe.
Like Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That like that high school experience kind of movie always tends to be like back in the day vibes. You know what I mean? That's maybe I just thought of that there now, but maybe that's kind of what they were going for. I don't know.
Tell me this before I forget to ask you, 'cause I haven't written it down. Have you ever seen Booksmart?
No.
It's unbelievable. It's like Superbad with girls, nearly.
Right.
But it's directed by Olivia Wilde, and it's actually Jonah Hill's wee sister that plays the main girl in it.
Right.
It is just literally about the same thing. It's about two girls that are quite academic, but then they realize, like, coming up the last week of school, that no one really likes not likes them, but no one really knows them for anything other than being shit crack. So they're like out to prove themselves that they're good crack, and then they hear there's a party on. So they're trying to get drink for it's nearly identical to Superbad. They're trying to get to this party to show that they're cool, but it's actually fucking 10 out of 10 hilarious. Like,
right, okay.
You should give it a blast. Like,
What do you call it again?
Booksmart.
Booksmart.
Yeah.
Okay, right. That's in the mental notes.
Superbad for girls sounds like a shit sell. Like, but but
it's
so good.
Yeah, girls do a lot of things better.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. But so right from the get go, like, I think most of the stuff I've fucking written down here, and I know you're going to be on board with me here, it's just my favorite quotes from the film. So the opening fucking scene is, as I said, them on the phone to each other, but they're talking about what porn Seth's going to subscribe to for the year.
Yeah.
And here's a quiz question for you. Do you remember the name of the one that he's going to subscribe to?
Oh my god, I don't. But I know, and it's going to sound like bullshit. As soon as you say it, I'm going to know it. I'm going to go, oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
But
I actually subscribed to that one myself. Yeah. It's the Vagtastic Voyage.
No, you know what? No, I had another one in my head. I think the one I have in my head, and correct me if I'm wrong, is, do you know when they have there's like a mini flashback scene, almost like a Family Guy-esque flashback to them drinking beers like in a basement or something, and then they go to a strip club. I think it's whenever Evan is trying to prove to his love interest about how cool he is, and he's telling this story about,
we had a couple of beers, had a few friends over,
and he's like, whatever porn they're watching,
that is Vagtastic Voyage.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
And the only reason I know that is because I was looking up the cast on IMDb to see if there's any. Turns out fucking Danny McBride's in this movie in the background somewhere. I never noticed that. Like, but there was porn stars listed. Not that I know who they were, but there was porn stars listed in the cast, and it says like whatever the name was, Vagtastic Voyage, and that's from the scene where they're watching the porn. You know.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. But the quote I love from this bit is where he's like talking about how he doesn't want that on the bill because his parents will know it's porn. So Evan's like, oh, why don't you have something like Perfect 10? And then Seth goes, the problem with Perfect 10 is that they don't actually show dick going into veg, which is a big concern for me. Have you ever seen a vagina by itself? And then he goes, not for me. So good. Like.
And then is that whenever Evan's mom comes over to the car and bends down and is like talking, and then what does Seth say?
I am truly jealous that you got to suck on those tits when you were a kid.
And then Evan says something like, you got to suck on your dad's dick now or something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's such a good comeback.
Oh, it's so good.
But I think that retort where he says, you got to suck your dad's dick, kind of sets the tone for the movie.
100%.
Like, you know that it's going to be cotton, like, you know.
But it's like it sets the tone for the movie, but it's also that, like, Evan isn't a pushover, which you would think he is. He is a bit of a pushover, but he's not afraid to stand up for himself. Like, it goes both ways. You know what I mean? He can hold his own. Some of the phrases in this here, some of the turns of phrase and the quotes are so funny, but so disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never forget the one that you probably have it written down. I don't know whether I should skip onto it, but it's in my head now. Is whenever they're doing PE, there's a scene where they're doing PE, whatever.
I know what you're gonna say. I have it written down.
And Seth runs onto the pitch and he boots the ball away.
It's unreal.
And then he puts the ball away, and he's talking about, like, oh my god, they want to get us boo, or we want us to get them boos. Oh my god, that's the whole thing. And he's like, Mama's making a puby salad, and she wants some of Seth's own dressing. It's fucking disgusting.
So fucking good.
A puby salad is fucking rotten.
No, I actually didn't think that's what you're going to say. I have it down the bit where the lad runs past, and he's like, get off the fucking pitch, and he's like, you pissed yourself in the 4th grade. And then he goes, yeah, remember that time you pissed yourself? And your boy goes, that was in the 4th grade. And he goes, people don't forget.
Yeah.
Like, I still say that to this day. Anytime someone goes, that was the age ago, people don't forget.
Yeah. There is so many quotable moments in this. What I love about like this movie and even like Seth Rogen kind of movies in general. So an example of this would be the scene where.
Oh, sorry, just before we
Sorry,
skip
go ahead.
ahead
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
to interrupt you, do you know what actor that is that says that was in the 4th grade, man? Because that's someone who's pretty famous now, but wasn't. And this isn't a Josh.
Josh Brolin. Yeah. I was gonna say this is the Josh Brolin. I'm fucking.
I
Like
just realised I say that sentence every time. He wasn't famous back then, but
But
he's
he
famous.
is now.
No, but this isn't a trick or anything.
no,
That
no,
actually is
I have no idea who it is. No.
Dave Franco, James Franco's brother.
Now, man. Yeah,
Mm.
I feel like the last time I watched that, I was like, I recognise that cunt. But he looks.
Yeah, he's way younger.
Yeah,
like.
he's way younger. That's
Yeah.
mad.
Dude, that's in the 4th grade.
Ah, man, it's such like I don't know. They just do such a good job of. So even like the wee mini bits of dialogue that they have amongst themselves are great, right?
Yeah.
But the dialogue they have amongst the fringe characters are class. So like the teacher, for example, right?
Unreal. I've got the quotes down from that. That's another one I quote quite a lot.
What quote?
When he's like, look at how much fucking fun they're having. But I just love when it points over and then the wee Asian guy, he's got like the cat thing and he just kind of goes.
He's like licking his hands.
But,
And like Seth's having crack with them and all. Like, but it's just so funny because like they're having so much crack. So like we've all been placed beside someone in school, right? You sit beside someone in school and you kind of like, oh, they're all right, whatever. But like he's having like good tier banter with him. You know what I mean? Like
really wholesome. Like
and that's so funny. Where he's not in the movie for the rest of the thing. He's just this fella who has really good crack in home economics, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know. But what I love about the dialogue that they have with the fringe characters, it's very much like it's not like I speak, you speak, I speak, you speak. There's interruptions. There's like, so like people talk amongst. It feels like a real conversation. People talk amongst each other while someone else is speaking. So the scene where Fogel gets sparked out in the off license in the liquor store, and that's literally it right there.
That's one that's on the
So see
television.
when the cops come in and the woman behind the counter is explaining what the crack is, he looked like me. Oh, he was black, but like she's talking and they're having a conversation amongst themselves.
Yeah.
I just love that like it doesn't feel robotic in that way. A lot of Seth Rogen movies have that kind of. It feels off the cuff, but it's probably not. It probably is written into the script.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think it's fucking great. But she's like, no, he looked just like you. Oh, he was a Jew. All right.
That's right. Yeah, it's so good.
So
Like.
fucking funny.
But the scene with the teacher when he's like, it's a laugh because he's like cursing flat out and apologizing every time he curses, and then he goes, you know, mate, just give me a fucking break. That's another one I always go, just give me a fucking break.
But he goes, it's bullshit. I'm sorry.
It's so good.
So
like.
it's fucking great.
So the next quote, and these aren't in any type of order. I literally sat down and wrote my favorite quotes from it. Like, but do you know the bit where Fogel goes in to buy the drink and smashes it, and then your guy comes over and is like, "Oh, what's going on?" He's like, "Oh, that bottle smash, sir. You should really be careful and clean that up." And then like walks away, and the guy goes, "Fuck my life."
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, and I've nothing to back this up whatsoever. That was the first time I ever heard the term "fuck my life," and after that, everyone said that, like in 2007 or whatever it was. Like, did this film coin the phrase "fuck my life," like, or popularize it at least? Like,
Yeah, that's a good point. I actually never really drew that comparison, to be honest with you. I do feel like, I don't know, but I don't know how popular this movie was. I don't want to say like, oh, I was the first person you're ready to watch it, but
at the time,
no. I mean here, like locally here, because I don't really remember like speaking to anyone about this movie. I remember just like watching it one day.
oh, it was huge
that
in
was
my
really
ear.
it.
Like,
Oh, was it? Yeah.
massive. Like, yeah, it was like we were quoting it flat out. Like, and I think the week it came out in DVD, because back then, as before streaming, everyone owned DVDs, like, and I think half the town had this in DVD. Like, honestly, I think it was so popular.
I can't remember now. Obviously, I speak to my friends about it a lot now and whatever, but I don't remember at the time. You know, like speaking to a lot of people about it, but I can't really remember that much. Evidently, from what I said at the start of the podcast, my first time watching it.
Yeah.
But I do remember just being like, "This is class." Like but even just how dirty it is. But like, it's not just like dirty for the sake of dirty. You know what I mean? It's like it feels intentional. It feels like. You know what I mean? It's like the movie trope where they're just like, if there's a movie that's kind of like average, or get her to get her tits out of you. Right? You know what I mean? There's none. Everything like that feels intentional because it's meant to be raunchy, dirty, like fucking just an absolute cunt fest of a thing, like, you know what I mean? So your fella that says "fuck my life" though,
Yeah.
do you know he makes another cameo in the movie?
He's,
Yeah,
he's
later
at the
on.
party. He
Yeah.
turns up with all the drink and he's like, yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Just when you're saying about how fucking dirty this film is, even like the language in it, I remember when I was in the Abbey, and this is actually another example, someone having it on DVD. I used to play basketball for the Abbey, and we had an away game, and our basketball coach, stroke my Irish teacher, shout out Miss McLean, she definitely doesn't fucking listen to this, like, but she was like, oh, you can put like a DVD on or something for the trip, because it was, I forget where Maher felt or something. Someone had Superbad on DVD, stuck it on. She had never seen it, never heard anything of it, like,
Right.
so the first like the Vagtastic Voyage scene, she was like, lads, this isn't appropriate, like, and she was one of the sound teachers, like, she wasn't like,
You could
shit
say
crack.
a bit of fuck shit in around her sometimes, like,
Yeah.
yeah, but sure, a fucking couple of fuckles, right? You know what I mean? Just an Irish teacher.
yes, Soupy.
Did I
Right,
do
that's
that
us
now?
done, right?
Yeah.
That's fucking class, man.
Statistically, only 51% of you get that.
So she was like, lads, this isn't appropriate. I'm probably going to turn this off if this gets any worse.
Yeah.
And I remember everyone was like, no, please, because it was like such like a big popular
Huge
movie
hit,
at the
like,
time.
yeah.
Like, and she goes, right, I'll let it go now, but see if it gets any worse, lads. That's getting turned off. And the next sign, like nearly as soon as she finished speaking, it's when Seth parks in the faculty car park to go get a Red Bull before class, and Evan's like, oh, you shouldn't have done that, and he's like, I don't give a fuck, they should be sucking on my ball sack. And then as soon as that line hit, she's like, turn it off, fuck's sake. Like, I don't even remember what we ended up watching instead. Like, fuck, the comedic timing of her, lads, if this gets any worse, I'm gonna have to turn this off. Should be sucking on my balls.
What do you say? Yeah, I'm a senior, I leave in a week or something.
Yeah.
He says something like that.
Yeah.
So fucking good. What is the one? Whenever he walk into the store to get the Red Bull, and Evan looks at the dirty magazine,
Yeah.
and he says something, he's like, she's got such playful nipples.
Yeah.
Or he says something so...
They're like little baby toes.
Yeah, it's so...
Another great line in that scene is I forget the name. He's talking about Jules' ex, and he's like, Have you ever looked into his eyes? It's like the first time I heard the Beatles. It's amazing, like.
So there's another in that same scene where Evan and Seth are saying something, and what did he? I'm gonna mess up the actual quote, but you'll get the picture. Evan says something to Seth about, like, they're talking about this girl, or did you not have sex with her before or something? He's like, yeah, I got 2 hand jobs and 3/4 blowjob, but I mean, like,
but who's counting?
yeah, anyway, 3/4 of a blowjob, like,
Yeah, he was like, a 24 hand jobs and 3/4 of a blowjob. But who's counting?
exactly what it is. Yeah,
It's unreal, but,
who's counting? Evidently him, obviously. So.
one of my favorite, and this is one of those things that has kind of got like cult status in a film that probably isn't funny the first time you watch a film, but the more and more you watch it gets funnier, is when they have a row in the canteen, and Evan gets up and leaves, and Seth's like, what am I supposed to do, just sit here and eat dessert by myself like fucking Steven Glansberg? And it goes to away, just staring into space eating like a young
He just eating that. But I remember, oh my god, I just had an epiphany. Right, when I first watched the movie,
Yeah.
I'm going through 3 different changes here, because I said I remember, I said I don't remember, now I remember again. Right,
Yeah.
the first time I watched the movie, I was nervous to go into secondary school when I watched this movie. Right, and I'll tell you for why. And it all came back to me now. I was nervous before going into secondary school, because obviously you're going into the big school, right? But my brother and everyone who I used to hang about with in my estate were already all older than me, so they were telling me tales of the big school, right?
Yeah.
So they're going, man, you're gonna get your head flushed down the toilet, like, we always rip each other's pockets in our shirt and all, and going, oh my god, no, like, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, freaking out. But I remember James, my older brother, he was just like, we used to wind each other up all the time, but we were watching Superbad one day, and he goes, fucking eat dessert by myself like a fucking Steven Glansberg.
Yeah.
And it cuts to him, and James goes, that's gonna be you. I was like, no, don't worry. And then obviously, like, his name being Steven also, I was like, oh my god.
Right enough.
Oh fuck. But I that's what I remember with that particular scene.
Class.
But what I love about
Sorry, just before we move on from Glansburg here. See, when I worked in Autoline, I was in the canteen by myself one day, no joke, eating like a yogurt. And this is like, I don't think I'd watched Superbad in years, but one of the boys walked into the kitchen, shout out to Givesy. Probably doesn't listen to this, like, but he'll probably listen to this episode because it's super bad.
Yeah.
He just walked into the kitchen and went, "Alright, Stephen Glansburg." Literally just dropped like and I burst out laughing. I think he was just as chuffed that I got that like really vague reference.
Really
like
niche,
I was like, just hit me the super bad slag, and he was like, "Yes." So now, like, anytime that like comes up in reels, I like we're both sending it to each other.
100%.
Unbelievable. Like.
Yeah, Stephen, that is so niche. That is really niche. And I don't know what made me think of this, right? So I see the mug I have here, right? Which is Emer and Shane.
Shane
right?
Emer, yeah.
So
back when Shane had her.
No comment, right? But I know Shane Emer from years ago. Me and Emer used to work in the same fast food establishment here, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason, when you said about a niche reference, I was taking a drink out of that mug and realised it was that. And for some reason, this just popped into my head. It's not super bad related, whatever. So I used to work with Emer in the pizza place, right? And me and one of the boys were sitting out the back, fucking about, just doing nothing, right?
Yeah.
And we're in the back store, and she walks out, and this is not even funny, but it's a cracker. I don't know why. She walks out and sees us doing nothing, goes, "Fuck me, what is it, Dawson's Creek out here?" Right? Like, just because we're Dawson. Like. And you know what? Fucking accent. I think about it all the time. And just when you said about that, I don't know why it made me think about it. So shout out Emer for that. But I laughed afterwards, and she was like, "I'm so glad you got that. Like, who knows who Dawson's Creek is?" I was like, "It just sounds like Dawson. I don't even know." You know? Just funny, like. But yeah, great.
Unreal. What were you going to say before I rudely interrupted you there?
Fuck, I don't know. It's probably going to be shy talk anyway. Which is kind of the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, the weird thing about this movie, right? And I feel like it's kind of a given now, right? But I feel like when you really think about it, how mental it is. See the whole scene with the drawn dicks?
Unbelievable. Yeah.
So good. I'm a lover. I can hear the wee song in my head, like, right? But that was a choice.
Yeah.
That's not.
It's a risky choice as well. Like.
But that's not even like canonically relevant.
Yeah.
But it is obviously because it's written in, but it's
That's
not.
why he hates Becca.
Yeah, but like they could have thought of anything else, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like if it could, but the fact they could have just done that and went, "I used to draw dicks all the time" and whatever, and people would have went, "It doesn't really matter. It's not really a plot hole."
Yeah.
They put so much effort into that. They had to hire like child actors and all for that.
Yeah.
To do that whole thing, like that's funny.
There was a big legal battle over whether that child actor would be okay to like hold the pictures. You know, the wee girl that played young Becca. Yeah. Because there's this scene of her picking up the cocks, like.
Yeah.
And there was like a legal battle of how much they could get away with through the FCC or whatever. But there was a conversations, no joke, about how erect the penises were allowed to be for them to be in the same room as her, and how veiny they were allowed to be. So it was actually Evan Goldberg, who co-wrote this, his brother, that drew the dicks, and he drew over 1,000 cocks. For the film, like, actually sat down, which is something.
Fucking here, Bonnie Drew. Come on.
Wait, how long? I don't think I get that.
Bonnie Blue, lad. You know what I mean, lad? Bonnie Blue.
Wait, that was Ronnie Drew from the Dubliners.
No, Bonnie Drew. Fuck's sake, I thought I had a cracker there.
Maybe it was good. I'm just really hungover.
No, that's fine.
To be honest with you, yeah, I kind of laughed, and then I was like, hold on, do I get that?
Yeah, I've been there many times, don't worry about it.
But yeah, so there was only like a handful of them used, but he actually sat down and drew over 1,000 of them. Like, but I could just picture, like, having a wee chuckle to myself, picture in my head, like him. I don't know whether it's his older or younger brother Evan going like, "Oh, we need your help for this movie. Can you draw a few dicks?" He's like, yeah, just psyched to be included, and drew over 1,000. Like, you know.
But it's mad, like, what does your brother do? Oh, actually, he's making this movie and all. Probably it's going to be class, like at the back of Hollywood and all as well. He rings up, like, "Do you want to give us a hand?" He's like, "Oh my god, yeah. Do you want me to like, interview something? Do you want me to like help audition or something?" Nah, just draw a load of cocks. Like, like, I suppose I will. Yeah, by the way, the cocks he drew, like, cocks in like costumes and all.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
really, really creative.
I was actually going to ask you, I wrote it down here to ask you what your favourite cock was.
There's a cock banana, and I think it's very good.
Yeah. And my favourite one's the Tiananmen Square cock, I think. Like, you know.
What's Tiananmen Square?
It was like that historical event where the guy stood up to the tanks in Tiananmen Square in China.
Oh my
and got
God.
disappeared. But it's a cock.
Yeah, you know what? That's a fucking cracker. That
Yeah.
is a great one. But like, that's art right
Yeah.
there. Like, yeah, AI couldn't make that.
No.
AI could
But
not
that's what I'm
make
saying.
that.
Like, nowadays, if they were doing that, they wouldn't get someone to draw 1,000 dicks. They would just type in a prompt and then say, do 1,000 of these. Like,
Yeah,
you know. So this brings us on to my next favourite quote, which is one that I use all the time, is when he was talking about getting the drink for Jules. And again, time-wise, I'm all over the show here. But he's like...
Can I predict what you're going to say?
Go on.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Yeah. Funny thing about my back is it's actually located on my cock.
Like, imagine saying that to someone.
So
But like, the two girls are to the girl who you know is your love interest, like, and you say that, like, and they're just like, yeah, no way. Yeah. It's fucking great.
do you know who I love in this as well? Joe Latruglio's character. I fucking didn't even write the character's name down. Like,
I don't even know if he has a character. Oh, a name. He does, because whenever he goes to the party, I think someone calls him by name. I'm near sure.
But so he runs over Seth, and then
Outside the liquor store.
outside the liquor store, Seth's getting up, and he's like, "Here, man, I got some money." And he's like, "This is 19 cents." He's like, "Just take it." But he's just so hey, you guys like parties? Like,
Yeah.
he's just so perfectly weird. But
see what he goes. Which obviously sets up the later scene with the whole them sniffing cocaine in the room.
yeah,
He's like, do you know a guy called Jimmy? You totally look like his brother, man. You totally look like his brother.
Yeah.
And then it perfectly sets up the rest. Oh, it's so good. But what I love about the Joe Lutrigio's, whatever the fuck his character, they're sitting in the back of the car and he's driving, and it's like an awkward silence. He goes, "You guys like MySpace?" It's fucking ridiculous.
When he ends up fighting at the party and he decks your man and he just says that, like, "Sorry, bro, Tiger, get out of the cage." Tiger, get out of the cage, bro.
I love like Seth's reactions to the mishaps, right, or to the things that happen. So like,
I know what you're gonna say here now, because this is my next one I've written down. Fire away.
so when he gets run over,
Yeah.
like, it just is, his exclamations are great, right? Fuck. Yeah, what the fuck? So, but whenever he I think I'm near sure it's the scene, the flashback scene that I was talking about, where Evans explained to the girl Becca about the party they had or whatever, but they get chucked out of the strip club, and Seth Boakes.
Yeah.
Seth Boakes? Yeah, I think he Boakes, but like at the end of the boke, he goes, "What the fuck," right? And me and my brother used to put back that bit all the time, be like,
Yeah.
put that back to that. Whatever way he says "what the fuck" is just so fucking funny.
There is something in the exact same scene, and I haven't even written this down, it just fucking popped into my head there. The scene where they're getting thrown out of the strip club, and it's again the way that Christopher Mintz-Plasse says "fuck you" is something I took on for it. Fuck you! It's like,
Yeah, it's so good.
but
What scene were you gonna say?
I
What were
thought you were going to say, you know, at the party, you know, when the girl's dancing on Seth, and then it turns out that she's on her period and he's a big blood stain
Yeah.
on his thing, and your man's like, "Yeah, you dancing with my girl," and he's like, "Blood brothers."
Yeah.
But there's a bit where he's walking through the party and someone's like, "Oh, you got a blood stain in your pants." He goes, "I know, fuck me, right?"
Yeah, I was really about to say that whenever you started that. Yeah, I love that one, and that's something that I thought I could incorporate into my language. Right, I
Yeah.
feel like I could have said it around here if something like that happened. I'd go, "Oh, fuck me, right?"
Yeah.
We don't say that.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, we couldn't. It would be cringe if you turned around and said "fuck me," right? You'd be like, "Ah, fuck." But whatever way, it just works so well.
I'm going to try work that in somehow.
Yeah.
I'll catch you off guard. Like,
Yeah.
It's going to be perfect. I know what you mean, though. Like, you could say "fuck me." Like, I know, fuck me.
Yeah.
You know, but fuck me, right?
But not even that. Like, we would say "fuck me" as in like, "Ah, fuck me."
Yeah.
But like, he's saying, "Oh no, fuck me," as in like, "Fuck you." It's so weird. The tense changes or something. Where we would say, So
Right enough, yeah, I didn't even think of the context because I was picturing it as in, I know, fuck me. Like,
yeah, but fuck
Yeah.
me is more like, it's different. I don't know how.
analyze it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to understand the etymology of that phrase "fuck me," but
Yeah.
they just use it in a completely different text. I don't know what
Yeah.
context. I don't know what the crack is there, but
So this moves on to probably one of the best scenes in the film is when Evan's trapped in the room with all the lads doing the gear. But the one of the lads like quoted a bit in that scene I'd never really thought of before, but like, you know, when someone points it out, you're like, that's actually a great one. It's when they first notice Evan and he's in the corner and they're all sitting having the crack like, oh, I heard that guy's gonna get fucked up tonight, and then one of them just turns and goes, who's that guy?
yeah, the point is great. And he was on the phone now, and he's like so awkward with his wee half zipped up jacket and all, just such a wee fucking gimp.
It's like, hey, that's Jimmy's brother. You've got a beautiful voice, man. And
The guy, the singer.
Yeah. And then they make him sing that song, These Eyes, which to this day, other than, because I don't know if you know, later on in the film that's playing, the actual These Eyes is playing on the radio of the police officer's car.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, what does he say? Oh, this is my brother. This guy traveled all the way from where he says somewhere.
I got this written down. It's like, you got to sing for us, guy. And he's like, oh, no. And he's like, no, doesn't want to sing at all. And then he goes, my brother came all the way from Scottsdale, Arizona, and you're not going to sing for him? Yeah.
My favorite bit of that scene, right? So they're all sniffing gear and whatever. And, cry every night for you. And then someone goes, wah, wah, wah.
It's your boy. It's your boy. It's doing the go, and he's pure geared out. Wah, wah.
It is fucking top notch. But like, what I love to think about, like, especially when I watch like silly movies, I guess here I'm like, someone thought of that and put it in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That wasn't like, I don't know. I just think how methodical it is. It's so fucking funny. But I don't know. It's one of my favorite bits of any movie. It's just that wow. But I don't know how they came up with it or what happened. But I just love that it's there. It's so good. Like,
Unreal. I'm probably skipping over a good few here, but next up is when Fogel pulls your girl, which actually, see that scene there when they're filming that, Christopher Mintz-Plasse that plays Fogel was only 17.
his parents had to be in the room.
Mad to watch him film that scene.
Nightmare.
Like,
That. So you know the girl. So you know when originally he has the flashback scene where he's following her down the hallway and she's got like a G-string or something on.
Yeah.
And she turns around. So this is one of my favourite Fogel moments, right? And it's just so stupid. It's like literally a second. She turns around and he goes, it's 10:33, and then but before he turns around, he makes this noise. He goes, it's 10:33, and then he just turns and walks away. But it's one of my favourite bits because it's just such a fucking nerd.
Oh, so good. That was his first ever film too. Like,
yeah.
But apparently, I'm again trying to cut down on my use of the word. Apparently, Jonah Hill, allegedly Jonah Hill hated Christopher Mintz-Plasse,
and that's why they cast him.
Yeah,
because he was meant to like hate him as the character. Hate the character, so which is great.
His initial qualm with him was he's saying he keeps stepping on me. He's like talking over me when I'm meant to be saying my lines. So Evan and Seth sat Jonah down and made him watch the footage of the auditions together, and he's like, show me where he steps in you here. And Jonah was like, and then apparently they gave him dog's abuse about it there, like, just because you fucking don't like him for no reason, like,
mad.
But I didn't realize. So the ages of them when they're filming this, Christopher Mintz-Plasse was 17. What's his name? What's
Michael
wrong?
Cera? Jonah Hill?
Michael Cera. What the fuck's wrong with me?
Yeah.
He was 18, and Jonah Hill was 23, so he was the oldest of them by a good bit. But Seth Rogen was 25 when they filmed this, so him and Seth were actually like pretty much the same age, like 2 years apart. Like, yeah. So when they were casting Michael Cera's character, they were pretty much just looking for like a new best mate, apparently. But that's mad. I didn't realize how close in age Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill were when they actually filmed this. Like,
mad. But you come back to that scene where you said that his mom had to be in the room for.
Oh yeah.
So his love interest, you know who that is? She was in something recently.
No.
She's Josh Brolin.
You fucker. Is she actually no one? Like,
I have no idea. I have no idea. Long-time fans of the show will enjoy that one. Now finally gets Josh Brolin.
I don't think I have any long-time fans, but you fucker. Is that what it feels like? That hurts.
No, yeah, it's not good. It's not fun.
Like, But that scene there, I also am trying not to touch my face as much as well. Every time I see a clip of me, I'm like, but
Yeah, I do that shit all the time. I be fucking about. It's whatever. Yeah.
That scene there, the one that I always quote is, "I got a boner." So
Yeah.
But to the point where, and I'm sure there's no point maybe asking you, I know that you're an absolute connoisseur of Warzone during lockdown. Like,
I quite enjoyed it. Yeah.
there was a part in, what did you call the first Warzone map? Verdansk, called Boneyard.
Yeah.
Every time we landed there, I'd be like, I got a boneyard.
But I just love how all those wee things just creep into your vernacular. You know what I mean? I love that.
So I think I've got most of my favourite quotes done. But actually no. There's a great one where he's like talking about he's like, I want to fuck her all summer, and then by the time I get to college, I'm going to be like the Iron Chef of pounding vag.
Yeah, vag.
He says it real weird, like. But yeah, so just to jump back into the soundtrack, a few of the standout ones for me is Panama Van Halen. You know, the bit where their cops are doing donuts in the car before they're like they're going to blow it up.
Yes.
Panama.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking banger. And then Casey and the Sunshine Band, I'm Your Boogeyman as well, is an all-time classic. Like,
and that's whenever they're all at the party dancing. No, is it? I'm
Actually,
your
don't remember.
boogeyman. No, that's the scene where they're on the bus after they got the
it's
booze.
when they're getting out of the bus, isn't it? Yeah.
And they're all sitting on the bus, and Fogel picks his nose.
Yeah,
you know that one bit,
yeah.
and he like wipes it on himself, and like flicks it or
Yeah.
something.
Why are you wearing a vest? You look like a lad.
Yeah,
That's a great one. But
what a fucking tune though.
But yeah, what else we got here? Yeah, we haven't actually really talked too much about the cops in it.
Yeah.
Officer Slater and Officer Michael. So, Officer Slater played by Bill Hader. This is the first thing I ever seen Bill Hader in.
Same.
And now he's like fucking huge.
I feel
you
like
know?
after it was the first thing I seen him in, and then I felt like I didn't stop seeing him in things since. Like, but so apparently a lot of the cops scenes were ad-libbed.
Yeah.
So I watched did you ever watch the blooper reel of this?
It's a star in the picture. I don't think I ever have actually watched
Oh, the
it.
blooper reel's great.
Yeah.
It'll make you want to make a film just
Oh,
for
yeah.
crack. Like
Yeah.
some of the lines they have are great. So when they're in the bar, well, I actually thought of this recently. I can't remember why, but I made reference to this the other day. But you know, whenever so they take Fogel into the back of the car and they're taking him. All these quotes running through my head, and that's mad. That coffee's fucking hit me like a ton of bricks. So they're like, I'm going to be honest with you, Fogel. He's with them for a couple of hours at this stage. I'm going to be honest with you. McLovin, he calls him McLovin.
yeah.
By the way, iconic.
Yeah.
McLovin, the whole McLovin thing.
I haven't even mentioned
that. Well, you'll get back to that, right? But he goes, if there was some sort of semen database, so he's like, if he had it first ejaculated on you and then hit you, we'd have a good chance of getting him.
I was completely ad-libbed that. It's, apparently they talked for like a full 10 minutes or something and about semen, and then they had to like edit it down. I love when the cops walk in on Fogel just as he's about to buck a girl.
Yes.
And fucking Seth Rogen just goes over the hop. He's like, "You lied to us! You lied to us, McLovin!" And then Slater has to calm him down. Like, they're just so emotionally involved, and there's just this random kid that picked up and thought he was the coolest guy ever. Like,
so we'll talk about the McLovin thing for now. That whole scene with the McLovin and like, what are you, an Irish R&B singer? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't get that until like I just didn't understand McLovin. It just didn't make sense to me. But that is such a fucking great joke.
Yeah.
Like, what are you, an Irish R&B singer? And then afterwards he's like, one name, what are you, Seal? It's so good.
Yeah.
But it's like, why did you why the fuck did you choose a name like McLovin? Well, it was between that or Muhammad. Why the fuck would you choose Muhammad? And he's like, Muhammad's one of the most commonly used names on earth. Read a fucking book.
Yeah,
but
so
there's another phrase that Fogel says is great. So whenever they're arguing about like who's going to get the booze and whatever, he goes, they're outside the liquor store and Seth's like, basic, get the fuck in there and get the drink. or if you don't, I'm gonna rip your fucking face off, sew it onto my own, and go do it myself. And Fogel goes, "You don't have the steady hand or the technology to pull off a procedure like that." So hot. And what does he say? He says it's so hot or something. It's so fucking funny.
Perfect, like.
But yeah, so good. Also the scene where Seth imagines him going into the liquor store, and you love
Have
this.
fun, fucking Jules.
So see the first idea he has where he walks in, he's going to buy the stuff, and it's like that'll be $80. No, he's like, how old are you? He's like 22. Yes, you are. But he goes, that'll be $80, and this is so good. This bit, Seth takes a note out of his sleeve and goes, cha.
Is it an $80 note as well?
$80 note.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, that bit there is like, have fun with your many remaining years. Have fun, fucking Jules. I will.
But so another bit in that there, when he comes out, he imagines all this stuff, and then he comes walking out of the store. He comes out, and I don't know why this phrase sticks in my head. He goes, I couldn't do it. They had a security breach. Like as if it's like an action movie or something.
Yeah.
And it's just trying to get a log of pints.
Class. So we'll jump in a bit of trivia here. So we've already covered some of this. So the first bit of trivia is, did you know Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg wrote this when they're 13 years old? Like,
did they?
They began. I don't think it was in its final form then.
Yeah,
but essentially they were 13. They were like best mates, and they're like, wonder could we write a film, and that's what they wrote. Superbad, like
mad.
So it was a lot. I think a lot of like the experiences was based on their like kind of school experience at the time. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, mad to think 13-year-old. Look, yeah. It was actually Michael Cera's ma that convinced him to take this role.
Right.
She read the script before he did and was like, "Here, you should do this. This would be class." But he would have been famous off the back of Arrested Development at the time, like.
Right, yeah.
Have you ever watched it?
No, I've never watched it. No, but I'm familiar. Like,
Funny show of all time. Like.
Yeah?
It has to be like Aoife, like me and Aoife watch it maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and she's like, yeah, it's good, like, but I don't really get it. And see now when I show her clips of it, like in bits, I think you need to watch it maybe once or twice, which maybe doesn't sound great, but
yeah, I know what you mean.
it's so smartly written that like there's like a million jokes in one scene.
Yeah.
And like you'll be watching a scene, you'll notice something in the background and be like, that's so smart. Like, how
Yeah.
the fuck did they even write that? Like
Easter eggs almost kind of thing.
yeah,
Okay,
kinda,
okay.
yeah. Let me see, yeah, so
By the way, sorry, one thing about Michael Cera, I know the scene whenever he runs away
yeah.
from the cops, and he's running away.
Yeah.
And then I think it's like one of the cops is like, he's so fucking fast, he's like a gazelle, right?
Yeah,
but
that's a great one. Like.
so the way he runs is really weird in that,
Yeah.
right? So they done the scene, ran through it, literally, and shot it, and he runs, and then he comes back on, and they're like, "Oh, here, see you the way you done that like really funny run, just keep that, we'll do it again." And he was
Yeah.
like, "What funny run?"
No, seriously.
Yeah. Apparently he just runs again, and he runs like so weird, but they were like, whatever that was, just do it again.
Oh my
Like,
God. Ripped out.
yeah, you'd be fuming.
This is a famous rapper's favorite film of all time. Do you know who it is? You're a big hip hop head, like.
Fuck, I don't know.
He's referenced in the film.
Is it McLovin, the Irish R&B singer?
It is. It's Josh Brolin. No, it's Eminem. Yeah, says this is his favorite film of all time.
Yeah.
And I think the bit where he's referenced is where the woman behind the counter, you know, in that scene there where
In the liquor
McLovin
store,
gets when he gets dented, she's like describing the guy as looking like Eminem, the guy that punched him.
Oh, yes, it does say Eminem. Yeah, true.
Okay, now here is where we're going to get into some number work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a 113-minute film. Do you know how many times the word fuck is used over the course of the film? It's going to be an absolute guess, but have a guess or see how close you are.
I'm going to say 113.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, you seen that, did you?
No.
Did you actually see that?
No, I swear to
Oh,
God.
fuck
Is it 113?
off,
I swear to
man.
God. You fuck. Oh, yes. Very good. Very
Fucking
good.
Josh Brolin, me in my own house.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, fair. I deserve that.
It's 176 times. So on average, there is 1.6 fucks per minute in this film. That's mad, isn't it?
That's the median range of fuck there is great. I quite enjoy that.
What I thought was pretty cool about this is, see in the DVD menu, do you know it's like the opening where it's like the silhouettes of them dancing? Evan Goldberg didn't want it to seem like it was looping too soon, so in the DVD menu, they filmed Michael Cera dancing for over an hour. so it would be like an hour long loop.
Are you serious?
Yeah, isn't that mad? Like,
That's mad.
class. That's pretty much everything I have on the film. But
What's your favorite scene in general? What is your favorite scene in the whole movie?
fuck, I think it might be the cocaine scene. Like these
Yeah.
eyes, like it's hard to beat. Like, isn't it?
And it's just, it's like a weird change of pace, and like they all start singing and they're really into it and all.
Yeah.
It's a fucking great scene. But there's so many like tiny wee bits, like the bit where the Seth headbutts Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Great.
And her reaction to that was completely ad libbed. Do you remember? She just goes, "Fuck."
Oh really? I didn't
Yeah.
know. I didn't know it was ad libbed.
That was like, so that was her first film ever as well. That was like her film debut. Like,
Yeah.
and now look at her, fucking big onion and all. Like, you know.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
She won an Oscar the other night, did she? Or she's at the Oscars? I don't
No,
know.
she was nominated. I think. What she has won an Oscar before though for fucking La La Land or something.
Okay,
I
right,
don't
fair
know.
enough.
I am really bad at being a movie buff. Like,
Yeah, hence the name.
I know. Yeah.
But no, I think it's a fucking great movie, and there is a lot of pop culture references that come from it. I don't really know what my favorite scene is, to be honest with you. There's so many tiny great bits.
Yeah.
I think it really encapsulated what it felt like. For me, the first time I watched it, what it would feel like in secondary school.
Yeah.
When I watched it in secondary school, what it felt like, and afterwards, what it did feel like. It was perfect. I feel like it was relevant to me. I resonated with the movie
Yeah.
so much, like through my life. It's so good. Like we could sit and watch it right now. I'd still laugh.
Oh, 100%.
Like the first time I ever watched it.
Yeah.
I would say watch the bloopers. Anyone, if or even yourself, like watch the bloopers. They are fucking great, and you really see like how just like even great the comedic minds are of Seth Rogen and Bill Hader, especially.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of his ad lib stuff, like the scene in the bar where they bring the bum to the bar, or they catch the bum in the
That's
bar.
right, yeah.
So good. But he's like, Fogel's looking around. He's like, are there any ladies I could show this tape to? Because they see the video of him getting sparked out. He's like, you don't want to meet a woman in a bar.
Oh, I forgot one of my favorite lines in this as well. It's like, how old are you? And then he's like, old enough. It's like, old enough to what? To party?
But so he's like, you don't want to meet a woman in a bar. No. And he's like, yeah, I met my first wife in a bar. It was this bar actually. And it's like, turned out she was a whore. I mean, an actual whore.
That's Bill Hader, isn't it? Says that one. Like,
Yeah. So good. Like that whole thing, it's just so good. Like,
I think this might have been. I think like, the first time I've seen Seth Rogen without knowing it was him was in Anchorman. Probably, I think a load of people don't really remember him from Anchorman.
I don't remember him in Anchorman. No.
He's like the cameraman. He's Ron Burgundy's cameraman.
Oh, right,
and,
okay.
And then maybe 40-Year-Old Virgin, but I think this is the first time I properly like recognized him as like, you know, he's class. Like.
Yeah.
But I would watch this and I would compare this hand in hand, and I know before even asking you probably are on the same level as me here. Pineapple Express.
100%. It's the same.
So fucking good. Like.
So this Pineapple Express and like This Is the End, or what do you call that one?
Yeah, that's it.
They
Love
are the American Cornetto trilogy.
Yeah, right enough. Actually.
You know what I mean? Like the.
I get the chills after you
Yeah.
saying that. But that's good. But
Aren't they though?
that's
It's the same vibe, like same
Yeah.
kind of thing. Same recurring characters, same cast, but like in different characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Different-
absolutely.
they're trying to build a universe kind of thing.
Yeah.
The Cornetto trilogy is fucking great. If anyone doesn't know what the Cornetto trilogy is, it's Shaun of the Dead. What are the Hot Fuzz and
The World's End.
The World's End.
Yeah, which is probably the weakest of the three, like, but still good.
Still good. Still
Watched
good.
it recently, actually. But yeah, Pineapple Express, especially. And This Is the End. It's just so quotable. It's unbelievable. Like, especially Jonah Hill in it. I just love how much of like a nice arsehole he is.
Yeah.
Like he's like sick reference. Your
Yeah.
references are always so sick.
I reference, which is so funny that it's meta. Then
Yeah.
that is now reference. You know what I mean? That's great.
Yeah.
But Pineapple Express, fucking great movie.
Phenomenal.
And like, it's like a stoner comedy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, literally, but like I'd say Superbad's almost a stoner comedy too.
100%.
It's not marketed as one that it is. You know what I mean?
Even Pineapple Express would be in the same level of this for how much I quoted as well.
Right.
Like even like, do you remember when it's just James Franco's character watching TV and they say something on TV, he just quotes it back. I thought hurricane season was over. And he's just going out to the door, just clearly stoned out of his mind, just repeating that back to himself. Like,
so whenever I used to be a fan of the plant, right? I used to, obviously smoke weed years ago, and then I fucking grew a set of balls. No, and then I just realised
developed severe anxiety.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then I just get panic attacks at the thought of it now.
Yeah.
But whenever me and the boys would like get product, right? So we would get a bag or something, and if it was good or bad. Sorry, if it was bad, I'd be like, "Oh, that's the Schnickel Fritz," right? Because do you remember in the scene in Dave Franco's characters? They're in the apartment, and he goes to buy the weed off him, and some people buzz up to him.
What the fuck? You told him I have Percocet?
Yeah, and he's like, "No, they're not getting the good shit. They're getting the fucking Schnickel Fritz." Right?
Yeah, that's class.
So if it was bad, we would call it Schnickel Fritz, right? Yeah. But it's just such a neat. Like I just said it one day, and then that was it. Like, but no one even remembered it was from Pineapple Express. We just called it Schnickel Fritz. You know what I mean?
Come on, man, stick around. I can't even light this thing by myself.
The birth of the cross joint and all as well, and that whole thing. But no, Pineapple Express is fucking great. Superbad. It's like Pineapple Express is wee brother, older brother. You know what I mean?
I think that's us, but thanks again for coming on.
No, thanks for having me, bro. Really appreciate it.
We'll go down here and beat these bastards a paddle.
Oh, certainly.
Oh no, sorry. We already have beaten them a paddle.
We
remember?
have beaten them a paddle. Yeah.
But yeah, that's us, but
thank you very much. Yeah, happy days. Good stuff.
Good luck.